right? The colonialists, the imperialists, and the Negroes who adopt that imperialist colonialist attitude. They got to go too. The whole bag of Negroes. Don't think it's just white people. Don't get me wrong, because you got a whole bunch of Negroes too. Yeah, Negroes, they only grow from their knees. They don't stand up on their feet. They're already on their knees. They're going to do any growing, it's from their knees. Negro. Is now prepared to fight to the death for the freedom and independence of their homeland. How much people right now are willing to fight to the death? The Negroes right now willing to fight to the death because you stepped on their shoe. You dirty their shoe. A man willing to go out and shot you and kill your own black man because you stepped on his shoe. But the white man, you won't say nothing, and he blowing up your whole house. Destroy your whole family. Take away your whole language, your whole culture, your whole identity. But your own black man, you want to kill him for stepping on your shoe. He scratched your what do you call it? What's a fancy shoe nowadays? Nikes? He stepped on your nice Nike, and you want to go out in the parking lot and go kill him now. And you only paid $35 for them bootleg Nikes. Talking about. You know? Nike was a guy, one of them European guys. We'll get into that another time. Now is the time for them to prove themselves worthy of their name. What's the name? Freedom fighters. Aye. Freedom fighters. You know what a freedom fighter is? This is what His Majesty talking about here. You see? This is what His Majesty's reasoning about. You have to be worthy of that name. And what is the name? Freedom fighter. If you're not willing to die and give up your life for the freedom of your people and the salvation of your nation, stay out of the way of the people who are. Because we're going to kill your ass. Stay out of the way. Don't criticize. Just keep your mouth. Stay on one side and let the freedom fighters through. Because you will be held as a collaborator with the enemy when the right time comes. Black people. Now is the time for them to prove themselves worthy of their name. Freedom fighter. Everybody at home say freedom fighter. Freedom fighter. Everybody at home say freedom fighter. You have no problem with Bob Marley saying get up, stand up. You have no problem with that. Get up, stand up. Everybody, you stand. You have no problem with that. Stand up for your rights. What do you think Bob Marley talking about? What do you think, Brother Bob Marley, the Right Honorable Bob Marley, Bahani Selassie, what do you think he talking about? Not with just freedom fighter with just no lip service. This is not freedom with just no lip service, just running up your mouth. Running up your mouth. Loose lips sink ship. Now is the time to prove themselves worthy of the name freedom fighter. Now is the time for them to commit themselves to the motto of the famous freedom fighters, give me liberty or give me death. Give me liberty or give me death. I hear a lot of white people talk about that when they're talking about their so-called independence and their so-called liberation from their parents. 1776. When the child kicked the parents' ass. That's what you had going on there. Right? America is the child of England, and the child turned around and kicked the parent ass. And they have one of their famous... Yeah, they divorced their parents. But they have one of their guys, they call it with a famous quote, give me liberty or give me death. But those things are a serious thing. Those things are serious things. Are you willing to die for what you believe in? Are you willing to stand up on your principles and face all adversary against all odds, to stand alone? against public opinion, against friend and against company? Are you willing to stand alone and go fight for the freedom of your people? Or you just want to run up your damn mouth? Be careful. Time going to tell if you're living in heaven or you're living in hell. Rastafari. All forces of good, wherever they may be found, must be mobilized to uproot the white supremacists of Rhodesia. How sweet that sound. How sweet that sound, black man. His Majesty say, all forces of what? Good. Not all forces of evil. Not forces of confusion. Not forces of contrariness. Not forces of 1 foot in and 1 foot out. How are you going to have 1 foot in and 1 foot out? How are you going to have 1 foot in and 1 foot out? You can't love the world and the things of this world, the colonialist world, the imperialist world. That's how this country was established. Killing off everybody who was here. Take away them things. Go kidnap your ass and bring you here. And now what are you doing? Lying and stealing and robbing. You cannot lie and outsteal the person who lied and stole you. You stolen and brought here. So how are you going to outsteal the guy who stole you? It's only by doing good that you're going to outdo this devil. In case you don't know, colonialists, imperialists, these are the actions of we call the devil. Aren't these devilish things? Aren't these demonic things to do to humanity? Aren't these characteristics of the devil? Who are we talking about here? Godly people? Holy people? Angels we're talking about? When we talk about Cecil Rhodes and we talk about imperialists and when we're talking about the colonialists, are we talking about angels and saints and righteous people? What are we talking about? We're talking about goddamn devils. Goddamn devils, because God damned them. They're damned. Just like they try to damn us by taking over our land and our culture and our resources and everything and to put us down, to condemn us to a miserable existence of servitude. Isn't that being damned? No future? Only a future as a worker? No power, no authority, just a worker? Just work to pay a bill? No freedom, no liberty, no justice, no independence? You exchange all of that. You gave all of that up for a job and a house that will be taken away from you very shortly. Trust me. All forces of good, wherever they may be found. All forces of good, wherever they may be found, must be mobilized. All forces of good, wherever they may be found, must be mobilized. That means don't stay still. Keep it moving. Don't just sit on one side and hold your jaw and cry and complain. Boo hoo 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 hoo. Get up off your black ass, stand up on your black feet. Take your destiny and your future in your hand. Don't be a traitor to Marcus Garvey. Don't be a traitor to Malcolm X.